What's up? So I just got out of my new student dialogue. It's about 10 o'clock and this thing is due tomorrow, so I'm just going to get right to it. My new student dialogue was on peer pressure. Just basically lots of different things about peer pressure, the different types and ways to avoid it, and just kind of talked about the kind of pressures we're facing, the kind of pressures we put on others. We touched on Greek life. We touched on athletics, like just a lot of different stuff. Um, but first, what we did was we filled out this wheel. Sorry, it's crumpled up. I kind of crumpled it up and put it in my pocket and kind of forgot that I was going to need to use it for this. So sorry. Um, And on this wheel, we just have listed like our ethnicity, our socioeconomic class, our gender, our sexual orientation, our age, national origin, first language, physical, emotional, developmental ability, religion or spiritual affiliation, and race. So we took those 10 things, we filled in what we were for each one. So we filled it in according to ourselves. And then we ranked ourselves 1 through 10 from I most identify with this, and this is what most defines me, to yes, this is to number 10, where it's like, yes, this is something that I am, but it really does not define me. Um, so I'll get right to it. Number 1, I put America, USA, USA, number 1. So I kind of had to do that. I'm an American and proud to be an American, or at least I know I'm free. Then number 2, gender. I'm male. Uh, you know, shocker, right? But then number 3 is sexual orientation. I'm straight. No hate if you go the other way. I just don't. Number 4 is socioeconomic class. I grew up pretty nice neighborhood. Dad's a doctor. Mom doesn't work, so kind of put myself in upper middle class. Not quite upper class, but definitely pretty well off. Um, then number 5 is first language. First and only language is English. Um, you know, I took a little French in high school, and all I can remember how to say is "Voulez-vous coucher avec moi?" And that's only useful in certain circumstances. Um, then number 6 is my age. I'm 19. I'm actually a sophomore this year. I transferred over from that other in-state college. So yeah, my bad. I saw the error of my ways, and now I'm over in Tiger Country. Um, then number 7, uh, grew up Methodist. I'm a Christian. Um, that's something that I am, and something that defines me. But it's not. It's not something that you would probably immediately see me and go, "Hey, that kid's a Methodist." You would have to get to know me a lot more before. It's not generally something I'd bring up on the first, you know, time you meet me. Um, Number 8 is physical, emotional, developmental ability. Um, I've broken a lot of bones. I've played pretty much every sport, broken a lot of bones. I was a gymnast for a really long time. I played some soccer. I played football for a good while. Played football almost all the way through high school, and then my senior year actually switched to cheerleading. So I'm actually a cheerleader for the university here. So it's a pretty good deal. Um, then number 9. All right, this one's a tough one. Number 9 is race. So I want you to prepare yourself. I'm actually white. So, yeah, I'll let you take a minute to let that sink in. I know it came as a shocker. I really didn't give you a lot of warning that that was going to happen, but, sometimes got to keep these plot twists in here to keep it interesting. Yeah, and then ethnicity, I'm like Scotch, Irish, and German. So, pretty European, um, just kind of bland, you know, basic Caucasian male, uh, kind of vanilla. Um, and then let me quick take a look at these questions. Were there active voices in your dialogue? Yes, there were two really active voices, which were the two instructors who really, really like their job. They had way too much fun with that. I know it's kind of their job to be like super excited about it, but like slow your roll. But then in terms of students, probably the two most active voices were myself and this other girl. Well, first, I was probably one of the active voices just because I like to talk. I don't like quiet, and there would be a lot of awkward silences, and I just had to do something about it. So pretty much the entire time I was cracking jokes, kind of giving the instructors a little bit of a hard time. Um, I would tend to get a little bit off topic. Actually, I would tend to get really off topic. Um, but I was kind of that necessary evil that kept things interesting and kept everyone awake. But I did actually get a fair bit out of this. Um, then the other girl who just really really wanted her opinion to be heard. Um, Pretty much anything they would talk about, she had an opinion on it. Well, she said an opinion on it. Really, her opinion on everything was just the instructor's opinion reworded. So she was really hurting for some attention. So whatever. Um, and then were there more reserved voices in your dialogue? Not really. I mean, a couple. There's a couple that stand out. There was this one guy who was like probably mid 30s, early 40s. I mean, he just kind of seemed out of his element, so he kind of seemed pretty reserved. Um, I think after you pass a certain age, you shouldn't have to do these new student things. I think it was just kind of an awkward situation for him. Um, and then, what role did I play in my group? I, I said it before. I was pretty much the comedian. Um, I kept people from falling asleep. Um, I don't know. Chilled with the guy next to me. Seemed like a pretty cool guy. Yeah. I mean, it was actually it was not as terrible as I expected it to be, which is saying something. So I'm actually coming up on almost 10 minutes here. This was the vlog was actually way easier than I thought. So um, I guess that's it for me, and I'm really, really, really glad I don't have to do this again.